What this is saying then is that just as you don't know how you manage to be conscious, how you manage to grow and shape this body of yours, that doesn't mean to say that you're not doing it. Equally, you don't know how the universe shines the stars, constellates the constellation, and galactifies the galaxies. You don't know. But that doesn't mean to say that you aren't doing it in just the same way as you're breathing without knowing how you breathe.
straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. And while I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
Dad, I found a joint in Mom's dresser drawer.
You say that the right thing, but I've seen you all the time. Deep shit. You say that the right thing, but I've seen you all the time. Deep shit. You say that
Hey, hello. All right. Yeah, we're chilling here. I'm going to turn the volume down on the music since my microphone's picking it up. All right, there it is. I'm going to keep a little bit in the background. Welcome anybody who is tuned in. If you are watching, please do say hello in the chat. This is going to be an interactive experience. And we're going to kick off formally in just a moment. Just going to give folks a little bit of time to come in, get settled. Oh my goodness, it's Justin. What's up, Justin? And just so you know, looks like based on what I'm seeing on the YouTube stream, we might be about 25 seconds behind. So if you pop into the chat, expect me to catch it not too immediately, but not too long after you say it. Sylvia, yeah, all right. Oh my goodness, it's been too long. So happy to see you here. Justin and Sylvia, oh my goodness. If only the three of us were in the same room right now. It would be so fun. Y'all, by the way, have something in common. Actually, you have something in common no one else does. You are the two people in my life who have taken me on the most strenuous hiking experiences I've ever been on. So that'll be my micro intro to the two of you. Sylvia ran some awesome morning boot camps in Boulder when I lived there, and totally kicked my ass in the sweetest, most wonderful way that I loved. And Justin took me on how long was it, Justin? Like a 9-hour hike a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. So that is hilarious. I'm creepy, Justin. Thank you for that. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all ready? We're going to do this. It's going to be so fun. Hello, everybody. My name is Tony Bacigalupo, and I have been gathering people around, focusing and getting work done in a way that's fun and exciting for like 12 years now in various ways. It's something that I am a huge fan of, and I feel like when we work together, there is so much that we can do that's harder to do when we're by ourselves. This is my home office. I get a lot of work done here, but I get a lot of distraction done here too, and that's in part because there is nobody around to keep an eye over my shoulder. And if I don't have structure, if I don't have the accountability of being around other people, oh my goodness, do I fall off the wagon so easily. So it is as fast as Command T F enter, and I'm on Facebook, right? And so what we're going to do is we, in this session, are going to help keep each other accountable, and we're going to get a bunch of stuff done. The focus in this session is going to be things you have been putting off. And if you prepared for this in advance, then maybe you've got some of this ready. If not, then you can spend some time at the beginning digging up stuff you've been putting off. But these are things that you know you need to do. You just don't want to do them. So you find every excuse not to do them. Now's your excuse to do them, because we're going to do it together, and we're going to celebrate getting it done together as we go. So in a moment, I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to pop it up on the screen, so you will see a little timer show up. It's going to look a little bit something like this guy right here, which is actually counting down my breaks. Ooh, I got to remember where to point. It's there. There it is. Okay, and that timer is going to help us stay on track. I'll kick on the music, and when the timer starts, you're going to work just on the things and nothing else. And so whatever your things are, if you want to set some intentions, maybe you can put into the chat what it is that you're going to do. I will tell you one thing I'm going to drop into the chat right now, which is jury duty change of address form that I have to drop into the mail, and I'm way overdue on, and I just don't need those people coming after me, you know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I'm going to work on. Once we start, you can use the chat to celebrate things you've achieved. So once you achieve something, drop it in the chat. I did the thing. Woo! On to the next thing, and then go to the next thing. And in this way, we're all going to build some celebration of some successes that we are doing as we go. And the idea here is, okay. Easy there, you little robot. All right, very cool. All right, let me just see if there's anything else that I'm missing. I don't think that there is. Oh, just one last thing. If you, once you start, no distractions. So silence your cell phone, make a resolution not to touch the social medias, things like that. And then everything's going to work out real well. So who's ready to go? You ready to go? Okay, post your intentions into the chat. I see Sylvia's been posting an ugly first draft. Excellent, great. That is a perfect example, and the beauty is that we can use this time to just do stream of consciousness. So we don't have to worry about quality. Can worry about quality later. Let's just get those gears turning. And just in applying for the works, I don't know what that means, but I guess that means like jobs and stuff. And yeah, that's a good one. All right, cool. I'm gonna start the timer. And I will kick up the music. I will cut my microphone. Hopefully all this will work the way that I think it will. And we will do 25 minutes, and then we'll do a short break, and then we'll do it again. Okay, ready? And in the spirit of Sylvia, I'll say, hit it on 3, 2, 1. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
What this is saying then is that just as you don't know how you manage to be conscious, how you manage to grow and shape this body of yours, that doesn't mean to say that you're not doing it. Equally, you don't know how the universe shines the stars, constellates the constellation, and galactifies the galaxies. You don't know. But that doesn't mean to say that you aren't doing it in just the same way as you're breathing without knowing how you breathe.
straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. And while I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
Dad, I found a joint in Mom's dresser drawer. Oops.
Okay. I'm gonna kick down the music. Okay, cool. Can you hear me okay? I hope you can. Whew. All right, how'd it go? How are we doing? If you were working and you're ready to take just a brief break, now's your chance. You can go ahead and jump off if you need to. If you need to use a restroom, if you need to check your phone, this is your chance to do it. If you did stuff, pop it into the chat. Tell us your success. If you did not, if you struggled, if you got distracted, this is a no shame space, but feel free to own up to it. Let us know that that is what's going on for you. If there's something that you think you need to do different, if there's an adjustment you need to make in order to get yourself into a place where you feel like you can focus, great. If you're grooving and you don't want to stop and you're just kind of ignoring me, that's cool. We're gonna do another round if you've got time in just a moment. Justin, thank you so much for joining. I hope it was valuable. I will hopefully catch you next time. Also thinking about doing this next week. I'm realizing there's some things that I want to kick to next week when I'm going to be able to respond to them better after doing some other work. So part of this is just getting stuff into a place where you can manage it better at another time. So if you are, for example, dealing with some stuff that you don't know what to do with, and it's kind of like, for me, I have a bunch of emails in my inbox that are all about the same basic topic around like potential business leads, and I don't quite know what to do with them, but one of the problems is that they're just gumming up my inbox. So I want to be able to batch all those up. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to take all those and I'm going to snooze them all to next Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Sylvia, that would be 2 p.m. Mountain Time next Wednesday, same time as this week, is what I'm aiming for. And then they'll just show up in my inbox when I'm ready to handle them. And so then I know, okay, I've got these emails. I don't quite know what to do with them, but when I'm not going to let them gum up my inbox between now and then, I'm going to batch them all up so they all show up at the same time. And between now and then, I can get myself ready so that by the time we get to that point, I can expect those emails. I can be ready to meet those emails when they show up for me, and then boom, 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 I hit them all at once. You could do this with everything that you deal with. This is, I guess, what the GTD, Getting Things Done methodology, employs, and I think it can be applied in whatever way you like. So let's say, for example, that you have, and I have this too, where I have creative work versus administrative work, and maker time versus manager time. If you look up the Paul Graham article about that, is one of the most important things that we have to learn how to manage well. And so, if you can, for example, say, okay, I know I need to make creative time, then I'm going to block out time in my calendar for that. But then this other stuff that I need to do, I'm going to block out some other time in my calendar for that. I tend to recommend that you do the creative stuff earlier in the day, and that you try to dedicate long blocks of time, even whole days if you can, to that. And then having the more managerial back and forth stuff happen later in the day. So anyway, that's just my little break time lecture for you. And we're now getting into the end of the break time. So what we want to do is just, and actually now's also a really good time to like take a little stretch, just do a little check-in. I know that I get, especially because I'm trying to frame myself nicely for the camera, I probably should just lower my chair because I'm like hunching down. All right, so do a little posture check. Grab a sip of water if you need to, and get yourself ready to go. Think about the next thing you're going to do, and then once we move that timer, 10 seconds to go, we're going to hit it back into our work mode. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, hit it.
What this is saying then is that just as you don't know how you manage to be conscious, how you manage to grow and shape this body of yours, that doesn't mean to say that you're not doing it. Equally, you don't know how the universe shines the stars, constellates the constellation, and galactifies the galaxies. You don't know. But that doesn't mean to say that you aren't doing it in just the same way as you're breathing without knowing how you breathe.
get straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. And while I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug test his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
Dad, I found a joint in Mom's dresser drawer.
Okie dokie, can you hear me? So, looks like you can. That's it. So we did 2 25-minute sprints. I got a bunch of emails done. I feel like I'm just getting started now. I feel like I got so much more to do. If you are catching this after the fact, if you're watching this not live, leave a comment. Let me know if this was useful to you. Give me some feedback. Shoot me an email, tony@nwc.co, tony@nwc.co. You can also find me on the internet on Twitter and Instagram at TonyBeGood, TonyBgoode. And would love to do this again. So we're going to do this again next week, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's GMT -4, Wednesday, October 2nd. Oh my goodness, October! Sylvia, thanks so much for joining. Thanks to Justin also as well. Best of luck with your proposal. I'm so excited. Keep me posted on how it goes on Facebook. And I hope to see you again next week. In the meantime, if you're watching this now, if you're watching this later, take a breath. Remember, life is beautiful. Keep doing the beautiful things that you're doing to make the world a better place. Keep being awesome. And I will see you next time. Bye.